So in today's video, I want to talk about a very important subject, which is what happens for a guy after he don't sleep with a woman for over 1 year. And I would like to speak about my own experience in that department and also speak from the experience of coaching thousands of guys. We have so many guys get into relationships, sleep with women, obviously, getting married, everything they want. And we share our knowledge on these free videos. And if you support the idea and you support the channel, the minimal thing you can do is press that like button. That will really help us. And also, you can subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and click that notification bell and you get notified every time we upload a new video. So let's continue on with the video, shall we? So the first thing I want to talk about is the virgin effect, which actually means that I have my own theory about it, which is if you don't sleep with a woman over 1 year and a half, you actually becoming a virgin again. So think about the idea of being a virgin. A woman loss of virginity is something that is biological. So you actually tear a specific piece inside of the woman's body. And after that tear is done, she supposedly lost her virginity. So what happens if a guy has sex for his first time in his life? So for guys, it's actually more of a mental thing rather than something more biological. But if you think about it, even for a woman, if she doesn't sleep with a guy for over 1 year, 1 year and a half, things will get really painful down there. So what I mean by that is we need to get used to the idea of sleeping over and over and over, having sex. And if that doesn't happen, we kind of forget it, right? Our body forget it. The same happens obviously with training, right? So there's this idea that if you don't use it, you lose it. Same thing can be said towards other skills you have. And the point I'm trying to make here is that it's good that you lost your virginity. But if you have a long stretch of time, which you don't have any sort of intimate relationship with some woman, that can really hurt you for the long run and also create like a bundle of issues that you need to get over them. So even if you're technically not a virgin, I would say that after 1 year and a half of not having sex, you actually becoming to be a virgin again. And if you hear that and you feel sad, I don't know if you're in that position yet, I want to say that there is a solution. We're going to talk about it, but you need to acknowledge it because acknowledging is one of the first stages of making a change, of doing something, right? So think about the mindset of a virgin, why I said that you're becoming to be a virgin again. The mindset of a virgin, well, he puts sex and intercourse on some sort of a pedestal, right? This is something that is, oh my God. I remember I was a virgin until I was 20. And for me, that was very late, right? And today I see people that are virgin 24, 25, 30, 40. So yeah, things can get worse. But I remember for me, like sex was the shit. Like it was, oh my God, did you had sex today? I have a lot of conversation with my friends and they said, yeah, I slept with this woman, I slept with this woman, and they share videos and they share sounds. Or like, oh my God, when would I have the privilege to do it? And there was something, I was watching porn, but I would say that I was like mentally virgin more than physically virgin. And what I mean by that is even if I saw sex, like I've seen porn, I didn't understand how to do it. It was so far away from me. And I think something like this, maybe not the same thing, but something like this happens for a guy who doesn't have sex for a long time. And that could really hurt you. I mean, think about it. If you interact with a woman and you put the sex on a pedestal, well, your whole conversation, your whole demeanor will go towards the, okay, when are we going to have it? Where are we going to do it? I need it. I have to have it, please. If you are in that mindset and you try to have a conversation with a woman, obviously she will reject it because she feels you are needy. And when you are needy, it's one of the biggest things that can create a rejection when you're speaking to a woman. She literally feels like, oh my God, no, I cannot speak with him. I mean, maybe you're good looking, maybe you are charming, but if you are needy, that's a big no. And the next thing that happens is your self esteem actually gets a big hit after a long period of time of not having an intercourse. And what I mean by that is, well, a lot of people say that, your self esteem is something that comes from the inside, right? You need to feel your self esteem and be authentic. And a lot of this, bullshit that people are saying. Well, obviously, self esteem is something that comes from the inside because it's called self esteem, right? It's within the self. But it's very hard to feel very confident and to make a lot of money and to sleep with a lot of women if you haven't done it already. That's why they say the rich getting richer, the poor gets poorer. And why are people saying that? Well, it's because in terms of the mindset, the rich has the rich mindset, which he developed because he made the actions needed to do to make money. He started to make money. So now he believes more that he can make money. And that's why the rich get richer. And the poor, well, he feels the neediness, right? Again, it's being needy around money. He needs it. He have to have it, right? And the same thing can be said about sleeping with women. If you already slept with a lot of women and you are confident and you're doing it on a regular basis, the thought of sleeping with a woman is not a big deal. Dude, right, dude, it's just sex, right? You know those people like it's just sex, dude. It just happens. Well, obviously it happens because you are in that mindset of believing that it will happen and you create that reality. Well, someone is who is very needy doesn't feel the same way. He feels that it's so far away from him and he needs to do so many things and it's still not working. So he gets more far away, right? So we need to put a stop to it. We need to say, let go of all those bullshit sentences of confidence from the inside, blah, blah, blah. You need to see some sort of real life success when doing something, right? So if you're speaking with a woman, you need to see maybe a phone number, maybe go on a date, maybe have a good date, right? In terms of money, right? In terms of money, you need to see some money going in, right? If you open a business, let's see some money, right? How long can you stay open if you don't see money in? And why do I say it? I don't say it because you need to get very like goal oriented and you need to depend all your success on how many women I slept with. This is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, obviously, to get real life confidence and self worth as a guy, you need to get shit done. Biologically, we are programmed to get shit done. We are the providers. We're the ones who go hunter, gather, right? And bring the resources which are necessary in order to survive, right? And the woman, she's more in a passive state in terms of the dating life, right? She raises the family, she helps with the kids. So obviously, when I get shit done and when I can make things happen, I would feel more confident. The next thing that is happening, which is kind of a sad thing, but it is reality, you are more willing to compromise. And what I mean by that is it's sad for me, is because I've seen a lot of guys which they have like a long period of time when they're not sleeping with a woman. And then, some women want to have sex with them. So they like, okay, let's do it. But then they go into a relationship with that same woman. And this woman is not a 10 for them. It's not like someone which they think, oh my God, she's so beautiful. She's gorgeous. She has all the criteria I'm looking for in a relationship. No, it's just a woman that agreed to have sex with him. And this is a big mistake. I mean, maybe sleeping with a woman after a long time you haven't done it, which is not like a complete 10 for you, it's okay. But definitely not going to a relationship with that woman. Maybe you need to look at it more of a stepping stone in order to get to the place that you want in terms of succeeding with women. You need to understand right now that your mind is very needy. And when you're needy, it's not a good time to make a relationship decision. You need to make a relationship decision out of a place of abundance. When you have abundance of women that you can choose, you can say, okay, I want this one, I want that one. I remember myself, I was in a place where I was needy. And, every girl who wanted to go on a date with me, I thought, well, she's a potential for relationship and she is a potential for relationship. But every time I tried to get into some sort of relationship with that woman, she eventually rejected me, either by text, like a long phone text of, I'm sorry, it's not you, it's me, blah, 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 or she would just not answer to me. And I would feel like, well, I did everything right. Why this is not working? Well, this is not working because you're needy. And as I said, neediness is one of the biggest things that can create rejection. So the willingness to compromise, it's a big issue. I mean, I don't think it's a very bad idea for you to kind of lower your standards in order to create some sort of a momentum. But, it needs to be in the sweet spot, right? I don't want you to sleep with a woman which is completely out of your league and you completely feel like it's, no, I don't want that, obviously. But if you get the chance to sleep with a woman, don't rush into a relationship just because you haven't slept with a woman for a long period of time. The next thing that can happen to you, you can develop addiction towards porn. You can pay for sex services. and you can also, pay for OnlyFans, all that type of shit. Well, those companies, right? The porn industry, the OnlyFans industry, they are built around lonely men, a lonely, needy man that is very difficult for them to get some sort of attention from a beautiful woman. So for me, I can speak to a beautiful woman right down here on the street and get like a good reaction, maybe get like a solid phone number, maybe go on a date. So for me, the idea of paying for attention is so weird right now. This is so way out of my stratosphere, which it's hard for me to understand why guys would do it. But I remember when I was needy, I did had a porn addiction. So maybe I didn't pay for it, right? It was free. Because for me, I feel it's kind of weird today. I mean, you get a lot of attention from women that you can get for free, but well, okay, maybe she's kind of texting with you. Although women today that they are in control of their OnlyFans, they don't really texting with you. It's a lot of guys I've heard that run this shit. And I've met some guys that just texting with guys all day. This is their work. This is so creepy. Okay. But either way, what I'm trying to say is you can develop those addictions. Those addictions are very harmful for you. I mean, there's a lot of research that done over porn. And if you're addicted to porn, that's a big problem. I've made a video on it on the YouTube channel. I was addicted for a couple of times and now I'm off the porn for more than 7 years and I feel so much different. If you want, you can check the video. It's in our channel. And the next thing that can happen to you, you can develop hatred towards women. You can develop like a big frustration. Because think about it. If it's very difficult for you to reach an intimate relationship with a woman, you would feel maybe that it's not your problem. I mean, you try. It's them. And they want to control you. They want to make you a puppet, right? And you get into the red pill kind of environment like, no, the woman doesn't understand us. They do it on purpose. They're trying to make you feel bad, right? And as if there is like a big plan for women that says like, let's make all the men needy and lonely so we can sell them porn. I don't know. This is so weird. I mean, obviously, women are the benefactor of guys that know how to communicate and how to speak well and flirt. I've met so many women in my life that they were so frustrated about the fact that there's so much good guys out there, right? Guys that they are successful at their job, guys that they are successful in terms of friends, but something with women just doesn't work, right? And they speak with them, maybe they're like their male friends, and they feel frustrated for them. So I don't think woman wants you to be needy and lonely. I don't think that. And I don't think society trying to control you so they can sell you stuff. I mean, obviously there are people who are benefiting from it. The porn industry, right? The OnlyFans industry, they are built around lonely, needy men. But I think you can get out of it. I mean, I think you have all the means to get out of it. But if you continue to say that's their fault, well, you can hate women. You can say, well, you can quit dating life. I've heard so many cases of guys that they just quit the idea and they say if it happened, it will happen. I'm not going to put much effort on it, which for me, it's kind of a loser action. I mean, if a guy can't deal with the rejection and deal with the responsibility of, okay, you're a guy, let's get shit done. So I don't know. This is a guy who's going to have a really tough time in their dating life. So what is the solution here, right? So I spoke about what happens if you don't have intercourse with a woman for a long period of time. And what you need to understand is, first of all, there's a solution. Second of all, it's probably not what you thought. I mean, if you try go on dating apps, right, and you see the statistic is just, wow, this is so bad. I've just seen recently a post about a guy who did like 2 million swipes and he got 1,200 chats and he had one date. One date out of all of this. This is nuts, guys. I can go outside and in 2, 3 hours, I will get maybe 2 or 3 dates. This is the reality that can happen to you if you invest in the right thing. Think about this guy. He invested, I don't know, a decade of his life trying to swipe as many things as possible. Maybe he tried to put the good photos. I don't know. But if you would invest the same amount of time going outside, meeting women, developing his social skills, he will get more than one date, I promise you, right? And maybe he will be in a relationship. So the solution here is go outside, meet women face to face, and develop that skill. So if you want to do that, you need to learn from the specific people who did the things that you want to achieve. So myself, I'm in a relationship for the last decade. I'm also married. And also, I had the most crazy, unimaginable experiences in terms of going on dates, hookups, from the club, from the street, threesomes, you fucking name it. I've had it all. So in this YouTube channel, we give you free advices you can implement right now to improve your dating life. So if you like this idea, you can press that like button. You can subscribe to the channel, become a subscriber. That would help us a lot as well. And you can press that notification bell and you can get notified every time we upload a new video. And also you can join our free WhatsApp group that we share daily videos and tips that will help you in your dating life. The link to the WhatsApp group is in the description. You can press and get in. It's totally free. You can leave a comment down below if you liked the video, if you didn't like it, if you think I'm handsome, tell it all. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.